Hey everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. So today we're getting messages from Spirit. I've already done all 3 readings. I do the intros usually after the fact. And I can tell you that all 3 readings have an element of surprise in them. There's something Spirit is surprising you with. So these are the cards that hopefully will help you pick the group to watch, the one that calls to you in some way, that speaks to you. There's no words on these cards, so I'll show it to you. I'll tell you the number, and then I'll explain a little bit what it looks like, just in case you can't see it. So the first one, group 1, is card number 25. And there's a girl laying on a chaise lounge, kind of posing, kind of posing and looking up at a butterfly that's hovering above her. Group 2, we have an animated, it's card number 28, sorry, an animated sort of ice cream cone with face and arms and legs, and it's on the ground and it's melting, and there's a girl kind of straddling over the cone, and she had plucked its eye out and is eating it. Okay. And group 3, your card is number 31, and here we have a bunny who is in a cradle, and there's a nurse who is about to give the bunny a shot. All right, so those are your 3 cards and your 3 groups. Go ahead and pick the one that's speaking to you, that's calling to you, that feels like the right one. Then all you have to do is go down in the description box, click on the timestamp for the reading that you want to listen to, and it will take you straight there. All right, thanks y'all, we'll see you there. Hey, group 1. All right, we are going to see what Spirit wants to tell you. These are just Spirit messages. Whatever part of your life or area that Spirit feels like you most need a message on, that you need information about, that's what they're going to bring you. So your card for group 1 is card number 25. There's no words, there's no message on the card, but I'll describe to you what's on it in case you have trouble seeing. There's a girl, and she's laying on a chaise lounge, and in the air is a butterfly, and he seems to be watching her. There are 3 cherries, 2 on the ground, 1 on the chaise lounge, and a mirror, like a hand mirror, that seems to be tucked, kind of underneath the chair, and she seems to be reaching for it. So we'll find out what that means when we get into your reading. But there will be some relevance. We'll find out what it is. All right, let's get your tarot cards out and see what's going on. Okay. All right, we have 9 of Swords reversed. In the Sun. You want me to shuffle again, so hold on. Okay. We have 9 of Cups. And we have 9 of Wands in reverse. And we're going to pull one more as advice from Spirit. But interesting that we have 9, 9, 9, and 19. Very interesting. So the number 9 may have some significance to you. But that's There's a message there. I'm not sure what it is yet, but I'm sure there's a message there somewhere. And your advice card is the Four of Cups in reverse. And I have another deck we'll clarify. We'll get even deeper in a minute. But first, let me, I want to take these cards in. I want to listen for some initial messages from Spirit and, kind of kick us off here. And then we'll talk about what's going on here. So give me just a sec. Right, they're saying there is going to be a significant change. Those are their words. A significant change in your situation where hold on just one sec. Okay, yeah, it's a significant change in what's going on in your work life. Okay, what else can you tell? You're saying it's not going to be the same as it was. They're saying don't listen to any news about your job that you may or may not be hearing from others in the workplace. Don't listen to it, just plug your ears. Like there's some rumor spreading, there's some, I don't know, some kind of gossip or rumors or like almost like conspiracies, that kind of thing. Like people are chattering amongst themselves. They're saying don't listen to it. What they're saying isn't right. So know that. Okay, what else? They're saying make sure you begin on the right foot. Is this a new job? Okay, so for some of you, you're starting a new job, or it could be a completely new company. It could be a new job within your company. It could be a new side hustle. And so when they're talking about, you could be working for yourself, you could be starting that. When they're talking about don't listen to the news about your job, so for some of you, it may be like in the workplace, people talking. For others of you, for instance, if you're doing your own side hustle, your own business, that kind of thing, they're saying don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to people tell you it can't be done or tell you how it has to be done. When you know in your heart that you can do it a different way, or you believe you can, but the more people tell you, no, you can't, this is how it's done, this is how it's always done, it's never going to work, it'll quickly eat away at your self-confidence and your belief. So regardless of your situation, whether it's, in a workplace environment or just in general, people, trying to essentially tell you what to do, they think they're helping you, there's no malice here. Spirit's just saying trust that you know better. They're saying trust that we know better, and we're going to take you there. Okay. So first and foremost, don't listen to what anybody else has to say about it right now. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Okay. All right. So let's talk about the cards. Your first card is the Nine of Swords in reverse. Spirit is saying 9 is an important number. So before we even get into that card, they're saying this change is going to start happening for you. 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months. And for many of you, all 3 of those are going to mean something. So some sort of change may happen within 9 days. Something else may occur. Some other significant, what are you saying? Significant? A significant situation that has to do with your work in 9 weeks. And then in 9 months, you'll see some big changes. That won't be for everybody, right? All 3 of those will not be for everybody, but for enough of you that they're bringing it up and giving those 3. And the fact that they gave us essentially 3 9s and a 19 in your spread, it's significant, but 9 is significant for all of you. So keep in mind 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months. Could be one of those, could be all of those. Okay. They're also bringing up 19 months. What is that? They're saying, okay, so 19 months, they're saying is too far away right now for us to talk about. We want you to focus closer in, but know that 19 months is also significant. So regardless of whether it's, one of those other dates or all 3 of those other dates, it feels like for all of you, roughly, right, 19 months from now, so a little bit more than a year and a half, you're going to see some big changes, and you're going to look back and go, holy cow, right? So they're mentioning it. They're not going into it because they're saying it's too far out to focus on. Focus on now in the near future. Okay, so the 9 of Swords reversed. I'm sorry, say that again. Yeah, they're saying right now you're doing a great job. You're not listening to anybody. You're not letting anybody's concerns or worries or fears for you sort of creep in and get under your skin and get into your head. They're saying good job. Like, you're keeping your head clear of that. They're really wanting to stress that you stay that way. Don't get pulled into people's negative ideas of how things will work or can't work, or how something can only be done this way. I mean, obviously, if you're working for a company and they have rules, you don't want to go breaking rules and lose your job. But that isn't what Spirit's talking about. It's more about putting restrictions on how you conduct your business or how you conduct your job. You're still getting the job done. You just have your own creative way of doing it. And Spirit's saying keep doing it that way. Keep following your creative instincts in whatever it is, in whatever your work or job situation is. Okay. Then we have the Sun card. again, they're saying big change. And this big change is they're saying this big change is going to bring you a world of happiness. I like to try to make sure I repeat their words exactly when I can, because sometimes there's meaning in the exact words. And they are saying clearly over and over again, a world of happiness, a world of happiness. So some of you may be traveling. That may be part of your work, part of your job, or maybe you're just able to travel. You know, if you work from home, maybe that's an option for you. They're saying there's so much happiness for you coming in. Again, 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months. Okay. Then we have the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups confirms, right? The Nine of Cups is the wishes come true card. They're saying it's a card of happiness, but it's a card of fulfillment. It's a card of wanting something so badly that you bring it into existence. And they're saying that's it. That's what you did. That's what you're doing. It's like you're focusing all your energy on some work situation that you want to see come true, that you want to see come to fruition. Spirit is saying there's something about this that might not have existed had you not in some way created it. So you can take that on a spiritual level, like manifested it, created it, dreamt about something, so much that the energies manifested and created something that didn't exist before, might not have existed otherwise. For others of you, it's, in your job, it's, creating a solution or a program or a product line. It could be like if you're marketing like a campaign, there's something that you are creating. And Spirit saying that wouldn't have existed if it weren't for you. If you specifically were not the one doing it and drawing in those energies and making that happen, it wouldn't exist without you. So be proud of that. Own that. They're saying you're actually co-creating with Spirit, right? But they can't create it on their own. You being here on the physical plane, you are the physical energy. They're the magical spiritual energy. It takes both to create something new. And that's what's happening. Interesting. Okay. Then we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Spirit is saying, is this advice or is this, no? Oh, that's what's happening. Okay. They're saying, I want to backtrack a little bit. So prior to now, you may have been in a situation where you've had to put up some walls, right? Where you had to maybe fight for your position or fight to be heard, fight to be seen. And it sort of created a version of you that was always on guard, maybe even a little bit defensive. And it wasn't you. And maybe that's where you are even right now. Isn't you, right? Not the real you. But what Spirit is saying is either, coming soon, if you're not there yet, those walls come down in a big way. And it may have a lot to do with this new opportunity, right, that you're going after. But you start becoming yourself again. And it's beautiful. Spirit saying you're not going to believe how accepted you are, how accepted you're going to be when you become truly 100% yourself. No pretense, no walls, no, putting on a persona for work, or, trying to seem more this or act more that. If you're not there yet, it is coming. The day is coming. Again, 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months, when all of that pretense will fall away. And you're suddenly going to feel, and it may not be suddenly, it may happen in increments, but all of that is going to fall away, and you're going to feel comfortable, finally, just being yourself, 100% yourself. Like, take it or leave it. This is who I am. I'm not going to pretend to be anything else. And Spirit's saying that's when people are going to flock to you. The right people. They're going to know you. They're going to know who you are. They're going to want to be around you. They're going to want to be with you. You're going to meet some people who genuinely love you for who you are, who you really are, which is interesting. It's beautiful. All right, let's get some more cards. See what else Spirit can tell us. Okay. All right. We have Four of Swords, Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, and Queen of Cups. Beautiful. And let's get one more for the advice. Okay. And we have the Tower reversed. Okay. So the Nine of Swords reversed and the Four of Swords. You're giving yourself the time to sort of accept whatever this change is. It's either there now or coming soon, and you'll be giving yourself time. Like, to stretch into it, right? You're not hearing anybody else's criticisms or like advice or ideas on how it has to be done, right? We talked about that with the Nine of Swords. You're doing a great job of that. And really for the next little bit, you're in a time, almost in a time of like hibernation, where you're going to go within, you're going to be quiet, you're going to listen to your own counsel, you're going to rest, you're going to dream new ideas while you give yourself a chance to like come down from whatever it is you've been going through. And it's going to help open you up, for sure. Take that time. they're saying don't misuse this downtime that you have by insisting on being busy, busy, busy. Anyway, with stuff that doesn't matter. They're saying with nonsense. You don't have to be busy right now. Or in this time frame, when it starts for you, you'll know. When you have the time to rest and step back and allow yourself to just take it all in. Do it. Because things will pick up. Things are going to speed up. Things are going to get busy. Things are going to get hectic. You want to be in the best form you can be when that time comes. Don't insist on just being busy for the sake of busy. Okay. All right, so then we have the Sun card and the Knight of Cups. Again, with the Sun, they're saying there's a change coming to your work situation or to a work situation. This is going to make you very, very happy. They're saying gushing. What does that mean, gushing? Like over the top. You're just going to be very happy. Okay. And the Knight of Cups. They're saying the Knight of Cups is somebody who's going to step in when you're at your happiest. When you're starting to experience the joy, the beauty, like this love of life that maybe you haven't really felt in a while, somebody's going to step in and they're saying and want to share their cup with you. This could be a romantic person coming in, right? Somebody who is drawn to this beautiful energy, this love, this happiness. It could be a romantic person coming in, which is good. Spirit is saying, if that's you, that it's a good thing. For others of you who aren't, in a position to have someone new come in, it's not necessarily romantic. It's a friend, it's a coworker. It's somebody on your level, right? So it's not like a boss or a customer or a client. It's somebody who's on your level. So a friend, a coworker, or again, a romantic partner. They're going to step in and show you in some way how much they like you, how much they want to be around you and be with you and be your friend. They're going to make the overture. You know what I mean? Even if it's just a friend thing or a coworker thing, they're going to come to you and suggest some activity, right? Something. And it will sort of it'll just spark a friendly conversation, friendly atmosphere. It will spark a connection. Okay? So then we have the Nine of Cups and the Page of Cups. They're saying what you're manifesting is becoming real. But there are some things that are coming that you're not actively manifesting. But your energy is. So tell me more about that. Oh, okay. All right. They're telling me. Okay. So they're asking me to look at the card. And if you notice, of course, there's this person here and he's got these lines coming out from his heart, which just indicates, happy, good emotional feelings. And up here in the corner, there's a little pig with wings. So there may be something that you have been saying, like, when pigs fly, I'll do that. Or I'll want that when pigs fly. Or maybe not even actually those words. But in general, it's something you've been saying, no, 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 I don't want that. I'm not going for that. I'm not giving into that. I'm not down for that. Whatever it is. Maybe you're single and you've been saying, look, I don't want to date. I don't want to be with anybody. I don't want anybody coming in. They're coming in anyway. And you're going to be surprised. And believe it or not, you're going to be happy. If it's not a romantic partner, maybe it is a friend. Maybe you haven't been wishing for more friends, or it's something that you have been like poo-pooing. So it may be like, oh, I don't want a client like that, or oh, I don't want to do this, or oh, I don't want to take a class about. Think about the things that you keep actively saying I don't want, even though it's not a bad thing. You're just kind of pushing it away. But for some reason you keep getting nudges for it. The Spirit's saying we're stepping in on your behalf. You're not actively manifesting it, but your energy is asking for it, and we are responding. And it's going to happen. And so pigs will fly. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, then we have the Nine of Wands reversed and the Queen of Cups. Again, your walls are going to come down. You're going to start being yourself. You're going to start feeling so comfortable in your own skin, in your own voice, in your own person, in your job, in what you do and where you do it and how you do it. You're going to be free to be who you are. And it's going to create this whole new version of you, because you may not have ever in your life been 100% yourself. Maybe not since you were a kid, right? So it's going to feel brand new, but it's really you. And it's wonderful. And again, they're saying it's just going to make you so happy. It's going to bring happiness into your life when you start genuinely enjoying who you are. Every bit of you. They're saying you're going to be so connected. They're pointing out here, of course, like you can see her hands are kind of pointing up, and there's these light rays pointing up, and this crown hovering above her head, indicating her crown chakra. So for some of you, you may become more and more spiritually connected. You may start getting more direct guidance from your guides, directly from them to you. You may just feel more energized. When you connect with spirit, it creates energy in you, like energy that can't be depleted unless you back away from that happy, good vibration that you're in. Wow, it's really beautiful stuff here. All right, so let's talk about the advice. Wait, what? Oh, okay. They're wanting to talk about this card first. Tell me what you want me to say. I'll hold it up again so you guys can see it. Say that again. They're saying you are the butterfly. Oh, okay. So regardless of gender, right? They're saying when you hear this story about how you are basically going to transform over this time frame, you are the butterfly. You will become the butterfly, where right now you are this girl. And if you can see her face, she looks very wary. She's like side-eyeing this butterfly, like, don't touch my stuff. Never mind that mirror under the bed. It's none of your business. Don't look at me, right? Don't, like she's hiding something. And she's also trying to be something she really isn't, right? She's like posing. Spirit's saying there's nothing wrong with who you are right now and how you're living your life. But they're saying what we want you to see is how much beauty comes into the world on your behalf when you allow yourself to just be you. And you become this butterfly, and it no longer matters what other people think of you, which is great. I love it. All right, so the advice. We have Four of Cups in reverse and the Tower reversed. Okay, again, they're saying with the Four of Cups reversed, don't believe what people tell you. With when the Four of Cups is upright, it's kind of this feeling of apathy. Like you've been there, you've done that, it's all been done before, it's not going to get any better, nothing matters. Like it's really that kind of like, I don't care anymore, sort of like, okay, we'll just, life is just going to continue to be exactly what it's always been, right? Spirit wants you to not listen to any voices that tell you it can't be better, it can't be different, it can't be done your way. Open yourself up to possibility. And know that Spirit has your back. So lift your head up, stay positive, stay hopeful. And then we have the Tower in reverse. They're saying don't let anybody tear you down. It's really a heavy message of like, you are becoming, you're transforming just like a caterpillar to a butterfly. You are becoming the truest version of yourself. But as people, we can often be so influenced by what other people say and think. And even when we start out on the right path, even good and well-intentioned people can start to tear us down and destroy what we're building. They're not doing it on purpose. They think they're helping you. And they're getting inside your head. And they're influencing your actions and your thoughts. And destroying what could be. They're wanting you to be very conscious of that. And they're showing it with the Tower card, right? Major Arcana. Big kind of scary card, right? It's not really a scary card, but that's the perception. They're showing it with this card because they want you to know how big of a deal it is. And this isn't a judgment on you. I think anybody could be easily influenced if enough people make them feel like what they're doing is wrong or won't work, can't work. Why are you being like this? You should be more like that. Whatever the message is. They're just saying, cover your ears, close your eyes. Don't listen, don't listen, don't listen. Don't let them tear down who you are and who you're becoming. It's really important. All right, y'all. Wow. Well, that was a cool reading from my point of view. I hope it was cool for you. I hope it gave you some good advice and some good insight into what's on the way. Some beautiful things. I'm really, really happy for you. So thank you for being here. I hope if you like the video, you'll give it a thumbs up. It's free, it's super easy, and it just helps me, right? So kind of a even exchange. I do a video, you just like it. That's great. Okay, I'm begging. No. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Feel free to drop a comment down below if you have anything you want to say or share. I always read your comments and I love to read them. And I'm very grateful that you're here today. So thank you. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye, y'all. Hey, group 2. All right, we are going to take a look at what messages Spirit has for you. It can be in any area of your life. We don't know till we get into it. So your card is card number 28. There's no words or anything on it, but I'll describe it to you in case you have trouble seeing it. There's like an animated ice cream cone on the ground, and this girl is sort of straddling over it, and she's plucked his eye out and is eating it. So, and there's like another like ice cream something in the background sort of watching. So I don't know what this means for you yet, but we will know by the time we're done with this reading. So Spirit will make sure we know, but it does have some relevance to what Spirit wants to tell you. So let's get some tarot cards out on the table and see what that is. All right, we have Strength reversed. We have Queen of Wands reversed. Ace of Pentacles. And Five of Cups reversed. Over a little bit. And I'm going to pull one more as an advice card from Spirit. And the advice is Ace of Cups reversed. All right. Give me just a sec. I want to take these cards in, listen for some initial messages from Spirit for you, and then we'll talk about what's going on here. So give me just a second. Say that again. All right, they're talking about a change coming. That is going to affect your perception. Perception of what exactly? The perception of your life. Something is gonna, there's some change happening that is going to change your perception of your life, which is interesting. It's going to change how you see your life in some way. Spirit saying, don't take it lightly. Like, it may not sound like a big deal just to hear it like that, but it is a big deal, or we wouldn't be here telling you. They're saying, please take our advice and listen, pay attention. Don't dismiss it. Don't play it off like it's not important. It's very important for the rest of your life in some way. Okay. Interesting. Anything else you want to tell us, Spirit? All right, they want to go into the cards. So, all right, your first card is Strength reversed. Spirit's saying that, like, right now, you're not feeling 100% yourself. It's like you've been going through something recently, and maybe it's not even just recently, right? Like maybe this is like they're giving me a sense for many of you that this has been going on really for a number of years, that you've been kind of out of sorts, that you've not like felt your like in your full self, like your power was missing. You're saying you may not have even known it was, you may not even know that was the case, right? But it's like your power has been like siphoned off. You're like your personal energy. And Spirit's saying we want to change that. We're on a mission to change that. So you can be yourself again. It's not a small thing for someone to regain their power when it's been missing for so long. It's like you start to get used to it, and you think this is who you are, this is your normal. They're saying it's not normal. It's like your energy, your essence is like bleeding out in some way. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but I'm glad they're helping. All right. So the next card is Queen of Wands reversed. Again, they're saying you've lost your spark. But what else did you want to say about that, Spirit? They're saying in some way you've been living in darkness. Like you've lost your spark. And maybe you've been in a dark place emotionally. Spirit's saying you're not aware of the changes that are happening. And so in that way you are in the dark. You're in the dark because they're working on things behind the scenes to try to help boost you up, get you back where you belong. It's like people have been like over time have just like been picking and pulling and draining you of every bit of wonderfulness that you are. They've just slowly kind of taken pieces of you away, and it feels almost like you're like a shell of who you should be or who you once were, but really who you should be and can be again. And well, no. Yeah, Spirit's saying you're kind of in the dark about what's going on, not just about what they're doing to try to help you, but even like in the dark about your situation. Again, it's like, this is your normal. You know, you may be like, you know what, it feels like I haven't really been happy in a long time, but the expanse of it is not, you're not really seeing the expanse of it. How much you've lost of yourself. How much you've changed. And it's not because you've done anything. You've been giving, and you've been present, and you've been available for people, and doing your thing, doing your job, whatever it is that you do every day. But over time, people have come into your life and just like managed to pull that out of you. Tell me, yeah, they're saying it's almost like you've been sectioned off and everybody's taking a piece. And so you don't feel whole anymore. And from their perspective, you certainly don't feel whole, regardless of how you might, if you step back and look at it, maybe hearing this, maybe you're going, you know what, maybe that's true. But yesterday, were you thinking it? I don't know. They're saying that you're in the dark a little bit about how bad it's gotten for you. Okay. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Spirit's saying we're planting a new seed for you. A fresh start. A new beginning. Say that again. They're saying it's something external to you that's coming in, right? Something is going to change in your life externally, or something's going to come in, I would say. But what the change is internal. Something is coming into your life that is going to change your perspective, which is what they were saying in the beginning. You're going to see yourself and see your life differently after this seed that they've planted blossoms. And we'll pull more cards. We'll see if we can find out what that is or get some kind of sense of that. All right. Then we have the Five of Cups reversed. They're saying you're not going to miss it. Like this change that's happening, and as you start to perceive your life differently and perceive yourself differently, and it's like suddenly someone turns the lights on and you can see things clearly. And you're not in the dark anymore. And you're not by yourself anymore, they're saying. I don't know why they said that, but yeah, you're not going to be that person anymore that drained, like limp. Not that it's not a physical thing at all, but it's kind of just what they're showing me, like somebody who's just been drained of their life force, of their energy, of their joy. And once like that light comes on and you start to see things differently and feel things differently, you're never going to want to look back. You're not going to miss what used to be. Okay. Well, that's interesting. All right. Let's get a few more cards. Let's see what else they can tell us. Spirit's saying, when you look at yourself or think about yourself right now, how do you perceive yourself? They want you to think about that. Feel free to write it in the comments if you want, but you don't have to. Write it down in a journal, write it down in a notebook, write it into your phone, whatever. Make a note of it. Document it in some way. How you see, like genuinely, how you see yourself, how you perceive yourself and your life, and what it looks like to you. They're wanting you to pay attention to that right now. Because when things change and get better, it'll be even that much more remarkable to you, because you will see the stark difference. You will have it in writing, right? You won't be able to convince yourself that this was how you always felt. Just be honest and true. If you feel great, say you feel great, but be, the Spirit's saying, but you don't though, do you? Anyway, that's their suggestion. Okay. All right. We have 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords reversed, 7 of Cups reversed, 8 of Wands reversed, and let's pull one more for your advice card here. We'll talk about that at the end. And we have the Chariot. Okay. All right, so we have Strength reversed and the Ten of Pentacles. Spirit's saying you've gotten so comfortable feeling drained, feeling less than yourself. You've gotten very comfortable. It's become your daily life, right? You're not yourself. You don't have like that inner power, that inner spark, that like joy of life, that excitement of every day, just, being able to like be and do and experience. It's like you're a ghost of that, but you've gotten very comfortable with it to where it feels like your everyday life. It feels normal to you for the most part. If you sit down and think about it, especially after this reading, and really like examine and think about it, how often do you really feel happy? How often do you feel joy? How often do you jump out of bed and you're just excited for your day? Granted, that doesn't happen to everybody every day, right? But Spirit is particularly focused on you right now. Your spirit guides are focused on you, obviously. You've done your time, right? You've paid your dues. It's time to be happy now. Truly happy, not what you think is happy, what you think is normal, what you think is your life. All right, so we have the Queen of Wands reversed with the Three of Swords reversed. Again, they're saying like you're in the dark a bit here, but you're healing. And there's healing that's going on that you're not aware of, or you might not be aware of. Maybe you are. If you're very self-aware, you may know. But Spirit's saying you're not really aware of the extent of it, of the extent of the problem, the extent of the healing that you've already done, and the healing that is coming. Spirit's saying, like, you've actually done a lot of healing. Like, they're saying so much healing has been done, which is why you're almost there. Like, they're now at a point where they can bring something into your life, shake it up, and wake you up again. Like, put your life force back in you, because you're there. You're almost there. You've done the inner work. You've done the healing. You've brought closure into your life. You've accepted things. You've taken responsibility for things. You've done what you could. You've forgiven. You've moved on from things. And yet you're still not yourself. So they're commending you for the healing that you have done and the work you have done on yourself. And they're saying now it's time. It's time for us to step in and help take you to the next, to the next level, to where you should be now. All right, so then we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups reversed. What did you want to say about? Again, they're bringing something into your life. Again, they're saying that they're planting the seed for something to change in your life, something to come in. They're saying you're going to know it when you see it. You're not going to wonder. The Seven of Cups is often a card of confusion, wondering, looking at all the options, going, is this it? Is that it? I don't know, right? Spirit's saying there's no confusion. It won't be the same, obviously, for all the people watching. This is a general reading. So, for me to say it's specifically going to be this, for this reading, it's not possible. But also, Spirit's saying, you don't want to know ahead of time. And they don't want you to know. Because if you know exactly what it is ahead of time, then you start anticipating it, waiting for it, and getting frustrated because it's not here yet. And you don't need to know. But when it shows up, you're going to know. Like, you will know it. Spirit's saying you'll remember this reading. You'll remember, you may not remember me, right? You may not remember the channel or the cards, but you'll remember, like, it seems to me like I had a reading that told me something was coming, and it was, yep, that you'll remember. Even if you don't remember anything else. I hope you do remember my channel, but it's okay if you don't. Because we're here for the messages, right? And you'll know. So then we have the 5 of Cups reversed and the 8 of Wands reversed. As things start to change and you sort of grow out of this version of yourself that you are, that you have been, into something that is more true to you, again, you won't be looking back. You won't be feeling nostalgic for any of that. Ever. And then, hold on one second, they're saying something. Give me one more second. Yeah, they're saying, so this thing that comes in will be a bit of an aha moment, right? Like, you're going to know, like, damn, like, it's a something, right? But this change in you, this interchange, is just, it's going to open up like a flower. And you're not going to feel, every petal move, it will just happen, and it'll happen. It may happen slowly, gradually. It's not going to be like a smack in your face, like, oh, I see my whole life differently now. No. It's not going to work like that, they're saying. It'll be gradual. Almost to the point where you don't perceive it, right? With the 8 of Wands reversed, it's almost like nothing's happening. But so much is happening. Like, literally your whole life is changing. And you are changing. And other people may notice it in you before you notice it in you. But one day you will wake up and you'll go, remember when I used to be so unhappy and I didn't even know it? Like, you're just going to realize how happy you are. And that's when you know the change is, like, taking place. It's not it's not a phase. It's not a fluke. That's who you are and who you're supposed to be. And Spirit's helping you get there. Okay, so they wanted to talk about this card. Makes a lot more sense now in some ways. So we have this girl kind of straddling this ice cream cone and eating his eyeball. It's a really fun deck, a little bit disturbing if you think about it too much, but Spirit is saying in the past, in the present, ish, you've been both of these characters. You've been like the one that seems helpless on the ground, just saying, why are you taking pieces of me? Right? And they talked about that, like he's partly melting on the ground, eyeballs being eaten. Yeah, just parts of you being taken away, which is what they were talking about earlier. But they said sometimes because your joy has been drained from you, because your spark has been put out, There have been times when you've also been this girl where you've said things and done things and treated people in ways that your future self wouldn't do. And there's no judgment in that, right? They're acknowledging that it comes from a place of unhappiness. Primarily, they're seeing you as this ice cream cone that is just, the very ice creamness of him is melting away. And what isn't melting away is being eaten away by someone else. They're saying, we're going to get you back. We're going to get you back. You deserve it. You've earned it. Your reward for all the work you've done on yourself is you get to be you again. And you don't realize right now how big of a deal that is. Okay, so the advice. We have Ace of Cups reversed and the Chariot. Spirit's saying, don't be afraid to be sad right now. Feel your emotions. The more you can feel, really experience what you're feeling at any given moment, any given day, like in this, like right now, the more open you're going to be to feeling differently. You don't want to get stuck in a feeling, right? Just like you don't want to get stuck blocking your feelings. Neither one of those are going to help you right now. If you feel something, feel it. Feel it all the way. And they're again recommending, write it down. Write down how you're feeling. Get it out of you. Or talk to a friend. Talk to somebody. Like, don't let it stew in your brain. Don't let it like marinate inside of you, and get it out. Say it, write it, something. But feel it. Allow that. And then move on with the Chariot. Feel your feelings, feel what you're experiencing, and then harness your inner power, right? And keep moving forward. Don't get stuck there. Don't get stuck in sadness, in wallowing. That's the whole point of you speaking it or writing it out, is to sort of get it out of your system. If you hold it in, that's when you end up with blocks. That's when you end up kind of losing pieces of yourself. Because it's stifling your energy force, your life force. So feel it, and then harness your power and move forward, move on, and keep going. And don't give up. Because change is coming. Something is coming your way. They've already planted the seed. I don't know what the plant will be for you, what this blossom will be, but something is coming into your life, and it will be unexpected. It will be kind of a surprise, but you will 100% know that it's meant for you, and that this is something that's gonna kind of change your life. You may not fully, realize at the moment why, but you'll recognize it. This is big, and that's what they want you to know. All right, group 2, I hope that helped. I hope it gave you some hope for the future and some insight, and hope it encouraged you to start writing things down. They don't often tell me to tell y'all to do that. But when they do, I feel like it is really important to try to do that as much as you can. So give it a go. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate your watching. Feel free to drop a comment down below if you like. I love to read your comments. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, if it resonated. And I will see y'all next time. Thanks. Bye-bye. Hey, group 3. Okay, we are going to take a look at what messages Spirit has for you. This can be in any area of your life. They didn't give any upfront indication. So we're just going to see whatever they think is most important. So your card is card number 31. There's no words or anything on it, but in case you can't see it, I'll just describe what's here. There is a blue bunny in a cradle, like a baby bunny. and a girl who is acting as the nurse with a needle, about to give the bunny a shot. So we'll know more about what that means for you and the message that Spirit has for you once we get some more cards out and get some messages from Spirit. All right, so let's see what they want to tell you today. No? Okay. All right. We have 8 of Wands, Ace of Wands reversed, 6 of Pentacles, and 2 of Swords. And we'll pull one more to be the advice card from Spirit. And the advice card is the 4 of Wands. Okay, give me just a second. Let me take these cards in, listen for some initial messages from Spirit for you, and then we'll talk about what's going on here. Okay, give me just a second. Spirit is saying there is a surprise coming in. All 3 readings, y'all are the 3rd, obviously, have had a surprise. So I guess I'll have to put this in the title. But there's some kind of surprise, different surprise, but for each group. Spirit is saying there is a surprise for you coming in that's going to make your life much easier. You're saying it may not seem easier at first when the surprise comes in. It may almost even feel like a negative. But it's a positive thing. Absolutely positive. And you'll see that. If it, like in a bit, you'll see it. But immediately it might not feel that way. But it'll quickly make your life so much easier and better. And they're talking a lot about this card. So for the other groups, I waited till the end to talk about this card, but they're really highlighting this heavily for me right now. And what they're showing me, and we'll see what the rest of the reading refers to, but is this nurse giving the bunny a shot. Right? So when you're at any age, when you're getting a shot, it's not fun, right? It hurts. We don't like it. It's scary. They don't usually hurt that much, but nobody likes it. But if it's a shot of something, a medicine that can cure something, can make something much, much better, we quickly forget that little prick. And we're just grateful for how much better we feel or how much easier our life is, which is Spirit's message for you. That there is a surprise coming in, like a surprise shot in the arm, that might seem less than positive initially, immediately, but it's really going to help you. Okay, so let's talk a little bit. Anything else you wanted to say, Spirit, on that? All right, so let's talk about the cards. So your first card is the Eight of Wands. Again, they're saying something's coming in quickly. I'm sorry, say that again. It's news, it's messages from someone or from people? From someone. It's going to feel a little bit explosive, they're saying. Like it's really not, it won't feel like a good thing in the moment. Like somebody jabbing at you, poking at you, you know, kind of, it almost feels verbally abusive in some sense. But these are messages. It's not, hold on. Yeah, it's not a face-to-face thing, so it's not something you have to, you know, it's not like that kind of confrontation or anything like that. But it's somebody online or text message or email who is like coming at you like a bulldog, just trying to bite at you, trying to get you, like trying to push your buttons, trying to get you triggered. I don't know if they're intentionally trying to trigger you, but kind of they are. It's like they're trying to pick a fight, start a conflict, get you to yell back at them, get you to explode like they are. Well, that doesn't sound pleasant at all. It sounds worse than a shot in the arm, I'll be honest. So, okay. But we're remembering the initial message. All right, so then we have the Ace of Wands reversed. Tell me about that, Spirit. This person, these messages, they're going to deflate you initially. Something about it will like threaten to like dim your spark a little bit. It will have you feeling a little bit dejected, as I would imagine it would. But that's not the end of the story, Spirit's saying. Spirit's saying, be confident in your abilities. Trust yourself, know your worth. Understand what you bring to the table, what you have to offer. And don't let anyone, this person or anyone, convince you otherwise. There's some kind of like bullying sort of energy from this person. But what Spirit is reminding me is that hurt people, right? Hurt people who are hurting, people who something in their life is so devastating, so miserable to them that they end up lashing out at other people, taking it out on them. That's not an excuse, right? But it is a reason. And Spirit does want you to remember that. And remember your own integrity and your own worth, and don't sink to their level, because you don't want to be down there, right? Take the high road, keep it positive, respond as politely as you can, or don't respond at all. Spirit's saying, don't get mad. You know, I mean, you can get upset yourself, but don't respond in anger, or it could ruin the positive results that are coming in from this situation. Like something is coming from this, a good thing. that's going to make life better for you, easier for you in some way. But you've got to take the high road. So respond as politely as you can, as kindly as you can, remembering that this person is coming from a place of hurt. Even if what they are saying is personally cruel, personally unkind. Spirit saying, bless them, pray for them, wish them well, but don't attack. In this particular instance, your response is the answer to your problem. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but we'll just let that sit. Okay. So then we have the Six of Pentacles. Spirit saying you're going to get what you deserve, which is, again, take the high road, right? You want to make sure when you get what you deserve that it's something good, which of course it will be. It will be. It is something good. The scales will be balanced. Spirit saying in some way you will be rewarded for your kindness in response to anger, in response to cruelty and abusive messages. Again, they're saying your response is everything. So take a deep breath and just try to remember. You'll remember. Okay. Anything else on the Six of Pentacles? Yeah, Spirit saying there's nothing you can do to change this person, right? You can't show them that they're wrong. You can't, bully them back down. You can't even change their mind. They're going through their own thing. And for whatever reason, they got triggered by something you said or something you did or something you're involved in, and they lash out. It's their problem, not yours. Just remember to take the high road. They're saying your response will be recognized by someone. Maybe Spirit. Okay. Then we have the Two of Swords. Spirit saying once you respond, they want you to sit quietly and do nothing. Or don't respond and sit quietly and do nothing. Either way is fine, but don't share it. Don't, blast it out on social and say this person is terrible. Don't forward an email on and try to, start something. If it's a response to something that you do online, don't delete the comments. Be aware of what's out there, but don't get distracted by it. Just let it sit there. Let it be. And why is that, Spirit? They're saying because there is a message of forgiveness in your response that needs to be seen by this person and possibly others. That maybe they will tell others, or if it's an online thing, other people will see it. So don't be quick to delete it, they're saying. Especially if it's comments on social media or something like that. Let it sit. There's the temptation to like block this person, delete these messages. But be patient, they're saying. There's more to the story. Okay. Well, speaking of more to the story, let's get some more cards. Let's take a little deeper look here. Just one? Okay. Okay, so you have the Five of Swords reversed. The Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Wands reversed. And the Hierophant. And we'll pull one more card for the advice, which we haven't talked about yet, but we will. Although they've been giving advice all the way through it, but this is like very specific, specific advice for you. And Two of Swords. Interesting, yeah. Again, we'll talk about the advice, but they were saying, be quiet, be patient. Just kind of block it out of your own thoughts, out of your own mind, but don't delete. Okay. All right, so Eight of Wands and the Five of Swords reversed. Yeah, you're going to get some nasty messages, some nasty comments, some angry response to something. A lot of them. Boom, 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 boom. That's what it feels like. Or it could be a lengthy one. Maybe somebody it just feels like one long email with jabs and insults. I don't know. It sounds terrible. I'm sorry, y'all. I hate that you have to, that's coming. But Spirit's saying, but wait for the surprise. These messages are not the surprise. Okay. It's good to know. But with the Five of Swords reversed, it's a message of you can't win, right? No one can win in this scenario. All you can do is be your best self. Stay true to yourself. Stand in your integrity. Respond with the power of kindness and forgiveness and understanding. And be honest about it. But don't lash out in return. There are no winners in this situation. If you were to start a verbal argument or messaging back and forth, there won't be a winner in that way. The only way to win is to just take the high road and let them deal with their own stuff. All right, so then we have, again, the Ace of Wands reversed and the Nine of Pentacles. When you have that moment of, shoot, this person just kind of destroyed me, right? Ripped me apart for whatever reason. Remember who you are. Remember how far you've come. Remember what you have accomplished and where you stand. You are worth more than this. And truthfully, these messages are not about you. They're about that person and where they are on their emotional journey. Truthfully, it has nothing to do with you. It just feels like it does. So remind yourself of who you are. That's beautiful. So then we have the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands reversed. Spirit saying you'll get what you deserve when all is said and done here. Your response is the magic in this situation. Your vulnerability is the magic. Because it would be easy to get angry or to block them or, report them or get them in trouble in some way. That's the easy route, the negative route. But that's not what you're going to do. You're going to put your walls down. You're going to stop fighting, or not. You're going to not fight back, right? Which is what the Nine of Wands is. Like, the Nine of Wands is like, has been fighting and fighting and fighting and is ready to like come at me, right? But in reverse, they're like, nope. I know there's not going to be a winner here. So I'm just going to be true to myself. And just trust that my messages hopefully won't fall on deaf ears, either to that person or maybe to somebody else who might see it. And if nothing else, if no one sees it, you'll know in your heart that you stayed true to yourself and didn't get baited into an argument that really isn't about you at all anyway. Okay, Two of Swords and the Hierophant. Be still. Focus on the things that make you happy. Be an example with the Hierophant. The Hierophant is often a teacher of how to live your best life, how to live your most spiritual life in some cases. Be an example to those who might see this exchange online, who might come across it, who might hear about it. Live the example with this person and in every area of your life. We all come across bullies sometimes, all of us. But we don't have to take the bait. We can stay true to our good heart and our integrity and just respond with kindness anyway. All right, so before we get to the advice, I have to ask Spirit, because this does explain kind of what's coming and how to best respond, but they're not telling us what is the surprise? What is the... Okay, first they're saying, I think we're going to get some kind of answer out of them, I'm sensing. But they're the reason why they didn't put it here in this spread. They don't want you to respond in kindness because of a reward, Respond in kindness because you are a kind person. Respond to anger with love because you are a loving person. Respond with forgiveness because you have a good heart and you know that this person is probably really, really hurt. And that's all you can do. And so you're not going to hurt them more by fighting back or trying to trigger them, hit their weak spots. You're not going to do that. And Spirit wants you to do the right thing for the right thing's sake, right? For its own sake. But there is a reward. when you take the high road in this situation, you'll see the gift of your example. Right? Can you tell us about this? Anything? Or no? Okay. All right. They want me to pull a card. See, I wasn't gonna let them off the hook on this one if I could help it. They get final say, you know, y'all. But I want to get some indication of what you can expect. And hopefully it won't be the reward that sticks with you after this reading. It will just be this message of be kind. You know, if you saw somebody out on the street and they had fallen and they were hurt, they were bleeding, or they had broken a bone, you wouldn't stomp on them, right? Even if they were yelling obscenities and angry because they fell and they were hurt, you wouldn't stomp on them. You would try to help them, no matter what they said to you, right? Similar situation. You just can't see their hurt. You can't see the pain they're in. You can't see their struggle or their broken bones. All you can see is their anger. So it's on you to recognize their pain before you respond. Thank you, Spirit. That was a good example. And they're saying, please don't let them have you thinking less of yourself. Absolutely do not. All right, we have Nine of Pentacles reversed. And we'll pull a second card. Nope. Okay. And the High Priestess. Okay, give me just one sec. With the Nine of Pentacles reversed, they're saying other people are going to step in and respond to your kindness with more kindness, building you up, maybe helping them as well, which is okay, but responding with like, I'm just feeling so much love. Like, it's actually like choking me up a little bit. It's a response to your kindness in the face of anger that will take other people by surprise. And it's like you make them believe again in something. And it's like this swelling of support, this outpouring of beautiful messages, love, support that you deserve. And with the High Priestess, you'll start to see the good in being kind and being loving and you'll see support from Spirit. It's like your connection to Spirit just grows exponentially stronger as more people step in to build you up. It's like all of this energy just, like where you might be feeling deflected, dejected, I'm sorry, deflated, dejected. And it's like between Spirit and I don't know who, others that come in and just lift you up. And you become stronger for it. You become healthier, you become wiser, you become kinder, your life becomes better, life becomes easier in some way, right? And it may be different for everybody exactly in what way. Yeah, so I can't give you, exactly specifics other than what I said about like getting this support, this overwhelming support. That just I can feel it. And it's like I don't know, you like spark like this like explosion of kindness, which is beautiful. Not just for you, but for everybody involved. It's beautiful. Okay, so let's talk about the advice. We have, there was lots of advice here, but 4 of Wands and the 2 of Swords. Okay, when this happens, stay stable, right? 4 of Wands is all about stability. Think of a table with all 4 legs on the ground. You don't want to start tipping the table. Stay calm. Stay in your happy place. Stay in a place of benevolence, is the word they're giving me. And speak from the heart, not from the ego. And then with the 2 of Swords, say what you're going to say, right? And then shut up and leave it be. Let it go. Like cover your eyes, blind your eyes, block your ears. Try to do your best to forget it ever happened and just leave it there. Don't delete it. Don't block anybody. Don't report anybody. Don't badmouth anybody. Just move on. Walk away from it. And then just see what happens. I think you're going to be very surprised by the response that you get. It could possibly be from this person, but I don't know. I don't feel that so much. I feel like it's other people coming in to support you, but there's a little bit of wait and see here, right? Okay, well, y'all, interesting reading. I'm sorry that this person does this to you. Let me be the first one to respond on your behalf and say that you are better than that. And you're going to prove it by showing your heart and not your ego. By remembering that this person is hurt and hurting and they just need help. And there's only so much you can do for somebody who's that angry, but sometimes a kind word, even if it goes unacknowledged by them, can go a long way, can change them in some small way. So I believe in you, and I say good for you, because you're doing the right thing. And Spirit is proud of you in advance. So good job. All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your watching and, just being here to get these messages from Spirit. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.